Hello and welcome to another episode of Vision-Based Living with Theo Tilton. Hello, my name is Theo Tilton. I am a life mastery consultant, dream builder, life coach, and licensed New Thought practitioner with Centers for Spiritual Living. And today's episode, we are going to be speaking to a very special topic. And it's like the kickoff around this entire idea of vision-based living. And so today I'm going to be talking specifically about condition-based living versus vision-based living. So from here you might be asking, well, what is condition-based living? And is it so bad? So what is condition-based living? Well, condition-based living is a particular automatic way of being that we are as human beings. And so one thing I just want to remind everybody, it is my belief and it is something that I have begun to believe over time, over the course of the last 15 to 20 years, is that we are actually spiritual beings having a human experience. And so what it is to be human is that we are having an everyday human experience, but who we are if truly inside of the design of our life is that we are spiritual beings. So what is condition-based living? So condition-based living is we live our lives every single day. We wake up and it's a brand new day. And we may actually already wake up into something. We may already wake up into ideas of not wanting to wake up. Oh my gosh, I need my coffee. Oh, it's raining outside. Oh, it's going to be a crappy day. You got a phone call that unexpectedly that completely alters who you are. And it's like the events of the world, whether it be the economy, the election, who currently is president, or what is the condition of my financial situation? What is the condition of my current level of well-being? Or what's my body weight? Or the condition of my marriage or relationship that I'm in? So all of these things that are in life, and they come from every single area. There's 4 quadrants of life, I like to say, and that is that you have a well-being, health and well-being quadrant. You have a love and relationships that includes friends, family, loved ones, communities, human interaction. What is your relationship quadrant? Then there's your vocare, or your vocation or career. And it doesn't necessarily mean paid for. It could be something that you're paid for or you're not paid for. But really, vocare is the thing that, the thing that you do out in the world, paid or unpaid. And what is it that you persistently do out into the world? That's your vocare. And then lastly is the area of freedom, specifically time and money freedom. What does your financial freedom look like? What does your time freedom look like? Your scheduling, your calendar. Do you find always running out of time? Do you find yourself saying, oh, I'm so busy. Other people in my life are saying, oh, I'm so busy. So there are things in life in these different 4 quadrants that impose upon us certain conditions. And here's the thing, conditions will always be there. The world will always be out there giving some type of an impression. And then how we respond to it determines whether or not we're living a condition-based life or if we're living a vision-based life. So a condition-based life means that, you might have all intention to, all right, I'm going to wake up early tomorrow, I'm going to get ready, I'm going to dress real snazzy, and I'm going to go to work, and I'm going to work my socks off, and I'm going to really impress the boss and all my coworkers, and I'm going to do a really great job. That is my main thing. I'm going to do a great job. Oh, and I'm going to take care of the dog and take care of the kids, and I'm also going to make sure the house is nice and clean for the weekend. and I'm going to do all these things. So we start building this like list of things that we'd like to accomplish, right? And we might even be so good as to like write that down the night before we go to bed. And that's actually an awesome practice. And then we wake up. And then we wake up into the world of condition. All of a sudden it's cold in the room. You pressed snooze way too many times and you overslept. You got out of bed and you stub your toe in the morning. You go and take a shower and all of a sudden, it's taking too long for the water to get warm. Then, you're feeling blah, blah, blah. All of a sudden it starts to be blah, blah, blah. Like the conditions of how everything showed up for you, right, begin to start impacting every move that you make going forward. So it begins to like really shape who you're becoming or what you're being inside of that day. You may not necessarily get dressed up and all snazzy, and even if you did, it may not necessarily instill the confidence. You may actually start to feel like sad or somber or defeated or whatever. And then you get stuck in traffic. Oh my God, I'm going to be late now. I'm not going to be early like I thought I was going to be. Now I got to call my boss and say I'm going to be late. And then you show up late. Oh, and then you're late for the meeting. And all of a sudden it's this one thing after the other begins to start happening. And then we just begin to alter course. We begin to make decisions and decide and choose things that are coming from a place of the conditions that are around us. Oh, it's too cold today, so I can't wear that thing I was going to wear today, so I'm going to wear something warmer. And I'm going to do something else. And you may not necessarily have that confident feeling that you thought you were going to have. And then you get home, and all sorts of things begin to unfold, right? So what am I saying here? Well, what I'm saying is that if you are living each day and it shows up as a routine, but it's not based inside of something, it's not based inside of some future, some people would call it a goal. And even if it is a goal, you might be leading into something like, I'm going to build this business and I'm going to do everything I can to build this business and I'm going to talk to people and network and I'm going to. And you might actually start doing those things. And then you might start going to a meetup group or a Toastmasters or some type of networking business B&I group, business networking function. And it didn't turn out exactly the way you thought it did. And so, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do next? Because I didn't get the result that I was looking for. And all of these things are indications that a person is living from a condition-based life. And so for me, it was exactly like that. I was waking up groggy, tired, didn't want to go to work, but I had to go to work because I had to make a paycheck. Hey, why am I not grateful? And believe me, I'm a spiritual person and I didn't even catch myself on all of these things. So we're all just human beings having this experience, and rather we're spiritual beings having this human experience. And so inside of having that human experience is like things happen and we get to choose how we respond. And then along the way, I began to see patterns. How come every day I set some type of thing that I'm going to go out to do, and then everything gets in the way of that thing happening, and it's like I feel so defeated. There's times where I really just felt like, why do it at all? Why, if I'm going to get so much resistance in the world, why do it at all? And that's kind of how it showed up. And so for years and years and years, I was living like into some kind of future where I was always trying to get to something. I need to be successful. I need to become something, this millionaire that I'm trying to get to. I'm opening up this business. So I'm inspired by fitness and training other people and seeing them grow their dreams. And yet I'm not still getting what I want. And so what do I need to do? How do I need to fix and survive all of this stuff that's going on in the world? And, how do I get more customers? How do I, and I was simply looking at the wrong thing. And it gives me the result that I was having. I was constantly in doubt, constantly in worry, constantly in fear, constantly having some kind of pit in my stomach, clenching in my throat, like I wasn't able to speak up, constriction or pressure in my chest. There was many, many times where I just downright wanted to cry, and did actually, and crying out for help from a greater power, crying out, what do I need to do? See, it's in those moments that we learn that, or if we're aware of it, because things begin to shift when we start asking questions. So it's really about asking powerful questions. And so that versus a vision-based life is something completely different. A vision-based life. Now let's get into a vision-based life. And hopefully you got something from how I was creating and describing a condition-based life. And moving that now into a vision-based life. Well, what is that? And vision-based life states that I'm actually coming from a future. I'm actually already there. I'm already living that particular thing that I said I was going to be. I'm already, and you can set up in your mind, I am grateful for all of the success that I have. I'm grateful for that book that I wrote. That is now a New York bestseller. I am grateful that I am a powerful coach or a powerful entrepreneur in the fitness world or in the coaching world, or that I'm an awesome programmer, developer, engineer, and all of those things. You create that. It's already done. You create that awesomeness. You create that big picture. If it's a business, how many customers do you have? How many customers have you served? How many people have been touched and inspired by what it is that you bring to them and the services that you provide and the life-changing events that have occurred because of who you're being in the world? And you bring yourself out into a future where that thing is already done. That thing is already done. I've already sold this many books. I've already have this many customers. I've already made the $5 million, whatever the financial goal is. I have $500,000 saved in my checking account and my savings account. I have $1 million in my 401k. I have this much money, and I have this beautiful 4-bedroom house and a wife or a husband and a dog and a white picket fence and this many kids, and you go through every quadrant of life that I was talking to you about before. And you begin to set up a vision of your life from the area of health and well-being, from the area of love and relationships, from the area of your vocare or your vocation, your career, or whatever it is that you're up to, from the area of freedom, your time freedom, your money freedom. So in each one of these 4 quadrants, you set up a vision for each thing, and then you live from a place that future is already a done deal. It's already a done deal. And so the next thing to then ask, you might be saying, well, if I do that, that sounds like hocus pocus. That sounds like wishful thinking. That sounds like rainbows and unicorns. And I assert that it's not. Doing that on its own. So if you create a vision or an intention in your life, I would assert that that's true if you do nothing about it. If you do nothing about it, then what's going to happen is you simply are entertaining yourself. That's all it is. So if you create up this beautiful life that you love, I want to be a world-renowned author and sold millions of books, and I have a beautiful, loving spouse and kids and a dog and a beautiful house in 3 locations all over the world, and I have this, and then you do nothing, and then you sit there and you meditate and you try to own this reality into existence through the law of attraction. I am here to tell you that you are kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself. That is wishful thinking, because the universe not just responds to the vision that you're imprinting for a future that you'd love to have, it's also looking for you to take action in the direction of that vision. So the thing that it starts with is asking powerful questions. So how do you come up with a powerful vision? And so let's look at that. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to give you another slide. Yes, boom. So here we go. Here's a powerful question. Ready? What would I love? What would you love? So this is a very powerful question. So now think about every single area of your life. And you can invent anything you want, but it's what would you love? In the area of your health and your wellness and your well-being, what would you love? In the area of relationships, family, friends, etc., what would you love to have? In the area of your vocation, what you're up to in the world, what would you love to have? And in the area of freedom, time and money, time and financial freedom, what would you love to have? Start with that question. So you can pause this video right now if you like and just start jotting things down. Because the thing is asking powerful questions like that develop a vision. Now here's the deal. When you develop it, you write it down. Read it. Say it out loud. Start doing that on a daily basis. That's something that you can do every single day. That is an action that you can take. I'm gonna rewrite and I'm gonna read this every single day. Then there's another thing you can do, and you can ask yourself, and I'm just gonna leave you with this, and that is, once you lay all this out, what would I love? Once you lay it all out and you speak it aloud, I want you to say, in each area of life, what is one thing? What is one action that I can take right now? What's one action that I can take today in the direction of that dream? Knowing it's already happened. Knowing that the result that you're looking for is already there, it's already happened. And here's the kicker. When the world starts to show you condition that says that it's not going to happen, right? Financial crisis, the economy, the real estate market's going kaput. You all of a sudden are served divorce papers. Any conditions all the things are always going to start coming to you, and then it's how you respond. If your response, and here's what I'm really going to urge you to do, when your response is put your focus back onto the vision that you've created and live from the vision, and simply know that is still happening in spite of whatever's occurring, that is still happening. Nothing is going to deter from that happening. And then your conditions or things that show up in your life simply become things that you manage. They're not things that are going to alter course. You know, if you decided to make a company and you're like, I'm going to build this company up, and we're going to have our headquarters in San Francisco, and I'm going to have 300 employees. And if that is your vision, don't stop that vision. You know, oh, it's not financially feasible. Well, what can you do right now? What is one action you can do right now that still leads you into that vision? And it doesn't mean, what I'm not saying is that you can't change your vision. We're a human being, we're spiritual beings having a human experience, and things change over time. So we may want to change the vision. And here's the deal, is that a clearly defined vision with specifics. How much do you weigh? What's your weight size? What is the person what is your life partner that you're attracting? What do they have you, how are you feeling in that relationship? The feeling of love. How do you give love? How many kids do you have? What is it like to be a dad or a mother? What is it like to have that career where you're just on fire, you're at the top of your field? What does that feel like, that you are the authority in that area of your life? Pull in the feeling, pull in the drive, pull in that emotion. Really create that vision and know that it's already happening. And then take one step, just one step in the direction of your dream. I'm going to end this video right now and give you the ability to reach out to me. So you can reach me at theo@theotilton.com. You can also go to my website, theotilton.com, and just peruse all the different things that I do, coaching. You can go to Facebook and look me up at Theo Tilton Coaching, and find my page there and like that and follow that, and all these cool little videos will show up there. So I just want to say I'm so happy and grateful for anybody who has viewed this up until this moment. So thank you. Have an awesome and wonderful day. I'm going to close this out. This is Theo Tilton from Theo Tilton Coaching and theotilton.com saying have a great night, have a great day, wherever you are in the world, and live into that vision of your life that you would love to have. Thank you. Bye-bye.